Oh, g'day again. I'm going to do a video on the vinyl albums that I got from the British band the CRANES. They started in about the late 1980s. They're an English band, apparently from Portsmouth. And they got the title Cranes because of the cranes around the skyline at the time. And it is just Cranes, not the Cranes. Yeah, the main two people in the Cranes are Alison and Jim Shaw. Alison, her voice is incredibly distinctive. It's an either like it or leave it, I think, sort of sound. It's very girly, you could describe it as. Sort of plaintive. People have said it sounds like somebody's had helium, but that's a bit cruel, I think. It's just really nice to listen to. I first heard of them in about 1991 when a pen friend, when I was in the Cape Bush Club, had sent a recommendation to go and look for it. And in Melbourne, here in Australia, their material it wasn't easy to find. You had to go to the import record shops and place an order, and it'd take a couple of months to get something in because I was buying CDs at the time. So that's the first. I didn't buy any of their vinyl, of course, but now they're reissuing the vinyl, and I've now got the 5 that are out on vinyl. I now have them all. And the first one is Self Non-Self. This was an EP. What's this EP got? 6 tracks, I think it's got. And when they reissued the vinyl, there's another 2. The Reach Live and the Nothing in the Middle, Nothing in the End. 2 extra tracks that weren't on the original vinyl release. They've been issued. These are now put out by Music on Vinyl. I think these started about 2017, and you can get colour versions or just plain black 180 gram versions. Yeah, the Self Non-Self I've got is the coloured one. It looks. Anybody who knows what mashed rhubarb looks like, it's a bit like that colour. It's supposed to be pink and black marble, but mine's more a brownish sort of colour. This is sort of where I first got in them, which is Wings of Joy, which was 1991. A full album. This is the insert sheet that's with it. And the copy I've got's on blue, sort of just about transparent blue. This is Forever. This was the 1993 release by them on album. And the sheet. And this is on a sort of a golden black marbled vinyl. And the 1994 album Loved. This is one of the more recent releases. This was 2020. I've only just got it a week or so ago. It's taken a while for them to surface here in Australia. And a fairly basic information sheet and some small photos. And my copy of this one is the standard black version. And this is Population 4, which was the 1996 album by them. And there's the insert sheet for that one. And My copy of this one is a sort of a lightly marbled pale blue. And the only one I've got by them is the only other one I've got that isn't yet on vinyl is Future Songs, which is a CD only at this stage. This was about, I think this one was 2003. I think they do have another couple of releases, but they're ones I don't yet have, either on CD or vinyl. Yeah, the thing with the Cranes in Australia is they're very hard to know anything about, especially pre-internet days. Like, you had to know people that knew them or would send you information about them. You couldn't just walk into record shops and buy their material. It's a lot easier now, obviously, with the internet and Discogs and things like that. But back at the time, yeah, they were very sort of one of those bands that you're sort of happy to discover that not many other people are going to know about, especially in Australia, of course. I'm guessing, yeah, they would have been more popular in England. They had a couple of songs. I think Jewel was into the 20s, I think, in the charts at the time. And that's another thing we used to know is we have a show here on ABC called Rage, which is an Channel 2 is an ad-free station here, and they play a lot of very unusual music, and that's to this stage I can't remember ever seeing the Cranes videos on Rage on television here in Australia. The only way I found out that they did have videos was on YouTube, of course, which you can now look at these days and find them fairly easily. So yeah, on YouTube now you can see their videos, relatively easily. They do have, a good number of videos out if you're curious to see what they sound like or even look like. But yeah, they're a band I'm glad I've finally got all the vinyl for, and I look forward to playing them, time and time again, because for me they're worth it. They're a brilliant band, sort of very distinctive, unusual, and yeah, her voice is just, Alison's voice is just something that will either captivate you or you'll just go, oh, what is this? But yeah, she's really good. And the other thing about them is all the songs that they have always have a different instrumentation. Like, you don't have the same sort of what you could call a Cranes sound. They always have a different way of putting a song together. So that's another thing to give them credit for, is that the way they do their music is very unusual, and yeah, it's a good thing to to have a band that's like that. That you can't say they're like anyone else. Well, I certainly don't think they are anyway. So there's a little quick video on Cranes. I shouldn't say the Cranes, because they're not they're Cranes. So hope you enjoyed watching it, and yeah, I'd like to know what you think of the band, whether you like them or don't like them or have never heard of them. I'd be interested to know. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch up with you again sometime later. Bye for now.